What's up guys, Beckstrand here, Tone and Tighten, and in this video I wanted to share with you 5 simple exercises that you can do to eliminate tightness, tension, and pain right up here in your neck. Before we jump right into those though, it's crucial that I mention one thing. Not all neck pain is created equally. It does not all come from the same source, and therefore you can't treat it all the same. If you try any of these exercises and if any of them increase pain, that's an indication that you should probably just skip over that exercise. Conversely, if you try these exercises and if they're amazing, if you get great relief from them, and if you feel wonderful afterwards, I would love to hear about it. Hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment down below. I love to hear those comments. I do read them. It totally makes my day when I hear from you guys, so thanks so much in advance for doing that. Now that being said, let's jump in. First exercise coming your way. Exercise number 1 is called a chin tuck. This is going to focus the stretch right up here high in our neck at the base of our skull. This is a common area that gets tight with tension headaches. This is how you stretch it out. What I want you to do is lay down on your back with your knees bent. Right now, I've got a gap between my neck and this table that I'm on. What I want to do is pull my chin down into my throat, rotate my head forward, and try to flatten my neck down into the table. I want to do that until I get just a good stretch right here at the base of my skull. I would then hold that for about 3 to 5 seconds and then return back to the starting position. So once again, my chin is going to tuck straight down into my throat. I'm focusing on flattening my neck out, pushing my neck down into the table until I get a good, comfortable stretch across the base of my skull. You're going to hold that for, again, about 3 to 5 seconds and then return to that starting neutral position. I typically recommend patients repeat that about 30 times. You can also do that one in a seated position. Once it becomes natural, once you kind of get the feel for it laying down, you can progress into seated like this. Sit with good posture, push your chin straight down into your throat. Again, just until we get a good stretch right here at the base of your skull. It's not a head nod and I'm not looking up. I'm just retracting my chin and pushing straight back until I get that good stretch. Again, about a 3 to 5 second hold, and then we're going to repeat that 30 times. Stretch number 2 is the levator scapulae stretch. Now, no one remembers the levator scapulae. No one knows what that is. Well, it's a muscle in your back. It's a muscle in your neck. And so, for simplicity's sake, let's call it the smell your armpit stretch. You're going to feel this one right down the back of your neck, really from the base of your skull to your shoulder blade. Looks just like this. Sit or stand with good posture, and then my nose, I'm going to duck my nose right down towards my armpit. So I'm going right here towards my right armpit. With my right hand, I'm going to reach up to the back of my head and add just a little bit of overpressure until I get a good stretch on the left side of my neck. Again, the muscle goes from the base of your skull to the top of your shoulder blade. That's how we know we're in the right spot, is if you're getting a stretch in that area. Now with this one, I would hold that 20 seconds over here to the right, and then I would repeat it over here to the left. Nose goes down towards my armpit, left hand to the back of my head, slight overpressure right here on the top until I get a good stretch on that right side. You're going to hold that for 20 seconds, and then you're going to repeat that 3 times. Next, let's move into the upper trapezius stretch, or for simplicity's sake, this is the ear to shoulder stretch. This is these muscles right up here are your upper trapezius or your upper traps. Let's get those stretched out as well. And so let's see, to stretch the left side out, I'm going to drop my right ear over to my right shoulder. Don't let this left shoulder come up, so keep your left shoulder down until we get a good stretch right here through that left side. Again, from my ear to the tip of my shoulder is what I'm after, just a good comfortable stretch in that area. If you're super tight, that might be enough, but if you feel like you can tolerate maybe a little bit more of a stretch, what I would then do is with my right hand, grab the left side of my head and just add slight overpressure pulling to the right. And so again, that's going to enhance and facilitate that stretch over here on the left side. Take it to where it's a comfortable range, to it's a good stretch, hold it for 20 seconds, and then I like to keep things even, so now I'm going to go over here to the other side. Right shoulder stays down, left ear over to left shoulder, and then with my left hand, I'm going to grab the right side of my head and just add a little bit of overpressure until we get a good stretch in that right upper trapezius. 3 times, 20-second holds to each direction is what I go for with that one. Next, let's see, I've got to grab a towel. And just like that, through the magic of movie editing, I've got a towel. This is a small hand towel. A pillowcase also works well for this exercise. This is going to be a cervical rotation stretch or a neck rotation stretch. Again, here's my hand towel. What I'm going to do is grab opposite corners so it's as long as possible. Again, you can do this with a pillowcase, and then I'm going to put that right up here and around my neck. Looks just like that. The first step, the one that everybody forgets, is to let go of the towel and cross your hands. And so I'm going to grab my right hand here, my left hand here. Right now my left hand is on top of my right. I'm going to keep my right hand down against my chest. And with my left hand, I'm going to bring the towel right across my cheekbone right here. And then I can pull with my left hand to introduce a left rotation to my neck. So you're going to take it just as far as you can until it's comfortable, and then you're going to hold there for about 15 to 20 seconds. Come back to that neutral starting position. Switch your hands. So now I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to put it on top of my left. My left hand now stays against my chest as I take my right hand across my cheekbone, or that towel across my cheekbone, as I rotate to the right, just until I get a good, comfortable stretch through the neck. Hold that for 20 seconds, and then we'll repeat it one more time. So real quick, hand comes over and across, hold for 20 seconds, hand comes on top. So whatever hand's on top, that's the side that you're stretching to. The problem that I see the most often is people try to push. They'll try to push it this way. If you're pushing, you're doing it wrong. You should be pulling your neck from side to side. One more exercise for you, and it requires a chair. Okay, we've gone forward, we've gone side to side, and we've rotated. The last direction is we just need to work in a little extension. A seated neck extension stretch is my favorite way to do that. I'm in this chair. This chair has a nice strong back on it so that I can extend over the top of it. You want a chair that just doesn't twist or roll or anything like that. So just, 4 feet on the ground with this one. I've still got my towel. I'm going to put that right up here around my neck. Now, phase one of this is I'm going to hold onto the towel, and I'm going to try to just extend back over the towel. Go as far as you can, as far as your stiffness or pain will allow. Hold that for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then come right back to neutral. That's kind of where I like to start with people. But then, as that becomes comfortable, as you find that your pain decreases, if your motion increases, you can start to follow that with your hands as well. And so to just introduce a little more motion to it. So I go back to where pain or range of motion limits me, but then with my hands, I can actually introduce a little bit more extension through my neck and through my upper back as my hands come up. So again, it's right here. We're gonna go to where that limitation is, and then use the towel to facilitate greater extension through there, and then back to neutral. I would repeat that about 30 times, and what you should notice, what you should see, is you get further and further back with decreasing pain as you do it. Now, these stretches are great, but you also need to follow them up with strengthening exercises in order to keep your pain away. In physical therapy, we always stretch and then we always strengthen. The postural muscles are so important in treating neck pain. If you're interested in some home exercises that are going to help you out with your neck pain, what I want you to do is click on this video right here. For some reason, YouTube thinks that you might be interested in this video down here, so you might want to check that one out. Finally, if you haven't subscribed to Tone and Tighten, hit the circle right here to do that. I'd love to see you back for future videos. Till next time, we'll see you again here on Tone and Tighten.